Great. All right, Kristyn Clarke here from Pop Culture Madness with Dez of DevilDriver. Can you introduce yourself and say hi to our site visitors?
Hello, I'm Dez. I'm from DevilDriver in Cold Chamber. How you doing?
Great. Well, we are kicking off the Fate or Chaos tour here in Philadelphia. So, what are your expectations for the tour?
Last time we toured with Gore was the most fun we've had on tour. So we haven't done it in 6 or 7 years. Their run that they do every fall, and I'm just looking forward to it. This is the first day, and I know it's going to be killer. Yeah.
Absolutely. I heard they changed their stage show up and everything, so definitely should be a riot.
Yeah, I heard they have a whole lot of new stuff coming out. I mean, I'm going to watch it every single night. So as soon as I get off stage, I'm going to watch them. Yeah.
So, what can we be expecting from DevilDriver's set on this tour?
Well, we've got 50 minutes, so we've got enough to really, cram it in. We're playing a bunch of stuff that we haven't played in a long time. Stuff off the first record, or other songs along the way we would never even played before. So people can look forward to that. If you've seen us, more than a couple times, come on out because you could definitely get some material that you haven't heard before. Absolutely.
Gosh, I think the last time I caught up with you was like Ozfest in 2010 or something like that. So, fill me in. What has been going on? It seems like you guys have been very busy and lots of time on the road.
Yeah, just travel, man. We've been busy. We've been spitting out records about once every 2 years. This next time is no exception. We've got a record coming out late fall next year on Napalm Records and Roadrunner in Australia. So between that, we're writing, we're doing tours, and that's it. This is going to be DevilDriver's last shows in the United States for well over a year. So we're kind of ending the Beast cycle, touring with Gore, and they go right into to start recording the record right after this tour. And I record in January with Mark Lewis, who did Beast, and also helped work on Last Kind Words.
Yeah, I was going to say, when are you guys going to have time to go in the studio? Because you're heading out to Europe, February, right?
We get off this tour, my guys fly directly to the studio. I finish writing and demoing in December. We do Christmas. I record in January. And then February, March, we go overseas, Europe, with Cannibal Corpse to do a co-headlining thing with them. And really looking forward to that.
That's awesome. So, being that you've been on the road so much, is there any areas that you haven't visited yet that you would like to get over to?
Yeah, I've never been to Japan in my whole career. China, never been to China. Love to do that. Love for us to play in Hawaii, just so I could surf. I'm from California, so I could be a little bit, selfish there. But there's some places. I've never been to New Zealand, so I'd love to go do that as well. We're going to take on all those places in the globe next year for sure. Yeah, we're planning it already.
Your tour mates are from New Zealand, aren't they? Legacy of Disorder from New Zealand?
Yeah. I'm not familiar with their music or them yet. I haven't met them or heard them anything. But I'm real familiar with the Cancer Bats. I'm the one that told Rocky to put the Bats on this tour. Great band. One of my favorite new bands out right now.
That's great. So, being that you've, been very established within the hard rock and rock community in general, how do you feel about the way that it's going now? We've seen so many changes happen in the industry.
Got to see what's going to happen, really. There's so much we can talk about that. I think what really exists with a band is road work. I think that's what you really need to do, is put in road work. The days of having a record out, doing 2 tours of the United States and getting a gold record are long gone. So it's just time to tour, especially for anything underground, punk rock, metal, blues, anything that's underground. You got to work at it. We live on the road, man. We're road dogs, and you got to love what you do. I love the road personally.
So what's one of the most important lessons that you've learned throughout your career? What keeps you going?
The people that you meet on the way up are the people that you're going to meet on the way down. So karma can be a bitch to a lot of bands. So don't come out here thinking you got some kind of attitude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you do, there'd be a lot of people go put you in your place right away.
I can only imagine. So, do you have a pivotal music moment from your life that, made you decide that you wanted to pursue music for a career?
I have many pivotal moments in my life. I think my parents' record collection was one of them. It turned me on to everything from Steppenwolf to the Doors to to the Beatles, who I'm not really a fan. I'm more of a Stones guy, really. But then Kiss.
Did you hear the new song?
No, I haven't. No. Okay, I'll check it out. Kiss. I was Kiss Army when I was a kid. Got me into stuff, and then after that, I just listen to tons of music, so I'm real diverse in the fact that I listen to punk rock, rockabilly, blues, goth, everything from Bauhaus to Black Flag to Black Sabbath. So, and I think that in a sense made me want to get into music.
Oh, of course, I think it's important too, to keep that diversity and like all those different influences come together to, create a sound. I mean, now music is such a melting pot anyway.
And then along the way, a lot of lucky strikes. In a way, my career started here at the Electric Factory. Coal Chamber was playing the Trocadero, and Danzig came to see Coal Chamber and said they were kicking a band, that he was kicking a band off of his tour. Would we come to the Electric Factory, watch the show, and then join their tour? So this is in essence where my career started, with Glenn, and he's still a friend, and I thank him, for that. But there are a lot of pivotal moments. I'd say meeting Sharon and Ozzy was a huge pivotal moment in my life. And doing songs with other musicians are always pivotal moments as well. Everything from just recently I sang on the new Cancer Bats record to the new Soulfly record as well, to going back in the day and doing stuff with Ozzy or working with someone like Nikki Sixx. It's a amazing game changer for you. It makes you, when I'm in those moments, I'm still just a kid on the outside looking in, going, I can't believe I'm working with this individual right now. So I've never lost that. I think that's kind of the part of me I never want to lose, is that I'm still on the outside looking in at everything.
So, I mean, what is it like for you now, being that you did, kind of jumpstart or kickstart everything for your career here to, come back to where you are at this point? What is that like for you?
Work. It's all in the work. Everything I do is because I love it. We're putting out good records. We've had really great touring opportunities. And everything seems to be really positive right now. I've got my health and happiness, and so I'm good to go.
That's great. So can you, give us any clues about the direction of any of the new material that you're working on?
Yeah, I'd say that the fans kind of put a tag on us, the Groove Machine, or the California Groove Machine. I think they're going to get a lot of that on this next record. It definitely harkens back to where we come from. It doesn't sound anything like Beast or Pray for Villains, but it's a menagerie of all of our records, put forth. I think we took another step forward with this record. I never want to be a band that makes the same record twice, and we really haven't. If you go over DevilDriver's, all of our records, they're all different. They all sound different. It's our signature sound, but they all have a different feel to them. So we're definitely going to do that again with the new record, released next fall.
Well, I mean, that's got to help keep it interesting for you, in the creative process. And, even for fans, nobody wants to listen to the same thing over and over, and it becomes less cookie cutter. Yeah. How does negative criticism affect you, when fans come back and go, oh, man, I really love that album, and it doesn't sound like that?
Right. Criticism in general doesn't affect me at all. I do what I do, period. And I think we all just do what we do. But the band is really gelling on this record. I'm writing a lot and working a lot within the band as well. Like, hey, what do you see here? What is the cadence you see here? What do you see vocals here or not here? Or what can we do? And there's a lot of communication going on with this record. So I have a feeling it's going to be spectacular. I'm 5 songs in writing right now. And like I said, I record in January, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited. Plus, I have a studio in my house now, so I don't got to leave home. I can hang out with my wife and my dogs and do my thing, and not have to go out of state or stay in a hotel, which has always been the drag about recording, is leaving home to record, because I'm already gone from home, like constantly. So I'm looking forward to recording this next record.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to ask how far along you were with the process. Is there any chance of possibly previewing any new material while out on this tour?
No, we're kind of not that kind of band. But instead of putting out a record and playing 3 or 4 songs off of it and then keep playing all the ones from the old records as well, I kind of put it towards the guys. I said, when this new record comes out, let's play this whole new record in its entirety. If it's 45 minutes long or 42 minutes long, whatever, take like a 5-minute break or 2-minute break, and then like come back and play all the other hits or whatever from the other records, because the record is so good, and every song is coming out like, I want to play this live. I want to play this live. And that never really happens. You usually have about 5 or 6 tracks off a record that are going to be the live tracks. But on the new stuff that DevilDriver's writing, it's like I want to play it all.
Nice.
So hopefully I can get them to come to the balance with me, come to the table with me, and say that they'll do that. You know, that we'll play the whole record in its entirety.
So creatively, what influences you? You know, when you sit down to write and put things together, what are some of your top influences?
Everything I see, man. Daily. Everything I see daily and hear daily. People around me, things I read, everything. I couldn't pin it on one thing. And I listen to such a diverse group of music as well that I'm pulling it from everywhere. You know, I may be listening to outlaw country one minute and Bauhaus the next minute. So I pull it from everywhere.
So is there a dream artist that you'd like to share a stage or collaborate with one day that you haven't?
I'd like to tour with Metallica, just because everyone says it's a great time. You know, I've been a huge fan of the band, so I'd love to collaborate. Well, yeah, there's a lot of artists I still want to collaborate with, but let's leave that and just, you know, hopefully it remains to be seen. You know, I've reached out to a few people about collaborations in the last week, so maybe something will come back here. Yeah.
So being that we're a pop culture website and we're engrossed in all things pop culture, is there anything particular these days you can't get enough of?
Yeah, AWOL Nation, the song Sail.
Nice.
I can't get it out of my head.
It does get stuck.
It is a great tune. And then I just checked out the rest of the record last night because Frankenstein, my best friend and my assistant, had it on his iPod. Great band. So.
Absolutely. We're going to see them in New Orleans in a couple weeks at Voodoo Fest, so it should definitely be interesting.
You got an interview with them, or?
Not yet. Got my fingers crossed. We'll see what happens.
Cool. I'm trying to get DevilDriver to cover that song. I'd love to cover that too.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would actually sound really amazing. So it's great. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking a few minutes out to speak with me. You know, what's the best way for us to keep up to date with everything that's going on?
Go to DevilDriver's websites, which are everywhere, DevilDriver.com, or visit me on Twitter. I'm Evil River, basically DevilDriver without the D's. And or go to my Instagram, Dez Fafara Instagram. All the other guys got Twitters as well, Jeff Kendrick, Mike Spreitzer. My drummer's @Bob Berkland on Instagram. Keep up with us, man. You know, we'll keep up with you. You keep up with us.
Nice. Well, it's awesome to hear you guys have embraced this uprise of social media and everything. So that's cool.
It works out. It works out for me because I'm really antisocial, man. I'm not good with crowds. I walk in a room full of people and I immediately split. So it's good for me to be. I'm in the back lounge of the bus, or I'm at home. I'm alone. I can talk to people one-on-one. It works out for me. You know, I'm socially inept when it comes to crowds.
Great. Well, thank you so much for talking to me. I appreciate it.